Hello, friends. Welcome to Galgotia's University e-content. My name is Apurva Shukla, and I am the course coordinator of content writing. So today, in this particular lecture, we would be discussing writing for online media. So this topic would be discussed by Ms. Suruchi Agarwal, one of my colleague.
So what is the importance of writing in media industry? Media industry has a huge canvas. Writing is central to all media industries. Writing is the mark of a well-educated person. Writing is powerful activity. The ability to control and articulate ideas and information gives you power over what other people know and think about. So, before getting down to writing for the web, we should have an understanding of how audience use the web content. Users do not read on the web. Instead, they can scan the pages, trying to pick out a few sentences or even part of sentences to get the information they want, and users do not like long scrolling pages. So, what are the criteria of web writing? That the text should be concise, text should be scannable, it should be in bulleted form, hypertext should be well linked, high graphics and text should complement one another, credible content creation, and it should be plagiarism free. How social media is being used as a media tool? Social media is reaching to those mass where television, radio, and even newspapers are unable to reach. Started with person to connection, and now it is being used as media tool. Social media today is being used as a marketing tool for an individual. Personal propaganda is being basically people are using social media for personal propaganda. Social media is being used uh, by traditional media tool also of in the way of two-way communication. For example, Facebook live, instant uh, like, instant comment. So Facebook gives you option for instant like and instant comment. Then there is some personal connection. For an example, citizen journalism. People are using social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube for their personal views also. People now today, earlier we couldn't put our views in front of others, but today we can put our views in front of others. So citizen journalism is a very good example of that. So people are, if people are aware of some any news, anything which is being occurred in their society, they are giving those information through Facebook and through YouTube or other social media platforms. So it gives you a sense of satisfaction because you are also giving your views in front of others. You can give your feedback, you can write for any topic in which you are interested. So it is giving you social media is giving a platform to all the person who are interested to write or to present their views, who are interested in sharing their views. So it is giving a sense of satisfaction. So there is also there is a direct connection with the public. It means that if any media channel or any media organization basically uh, uh, is it is creating a direct connection with the public, because people also today could comment on their post also. Suppose there is any channel which is posting any news. So now as a common person, I can also put my views there. So it is basically creating a direct connection with the media organization or the people who we like to. Okay, so this is how social media is being used as a media tool. Another is principles of effective social media writing. So social media content should be relevant, useful, and interesting. It should be easy to understand and easy to share. It should be friendly, it should be conversational and engaging. It should be action oriented. So your target audience can receive multiple messages from multiple sources every day. Try to make your messages relevant, useful, and interesting so your audience will interact to be engaged. So, while writing for social media, you should remember three E's. The best way to engage your fans is to make sure your post falls into one of three categories, the three E's. The very first category is entertain. If your post is either funny or entertaining in some way, it will get shared more. Another is educate. When you educate your audience about your niche or provide a helpful tip, your post will perform better. Experience. If you provide some type of experience, you move your audience emotionally, then your post will get more comments, more likes, and more shares. Another is importance of writing in media industry. So the obviously you have heard about hashtag. So hashtag before a relevant keyword or phrase, where no spaces are used in a post, to categorize those posts and help them show more easily when searching. At the rate, uses of at the rate, at the during replies, and during tags. So auto suggest drop down based on what you have typed after the symbol at the rate. Also video, photo material, hyperlinks, and the most important thing is text, text, and text. So days old concept of inverted pyramid. So you obviously you must have heard about the inverted pyramid, which is the inclusion of the lead, the body, and the tail. So in the lead, the very most important point comes, there comes the five W's and one H, that is who, what, where, when, why, and how. So approximately 30 words in the introduction part. It could be of 1 to 2 thin paragraphs. It may include a hook, that is provocative quote or question. Then comes the body, that is the very crucial information. You can include the argument, the controversy, the story, the issue, the evidence, the background details, the logic, etc. The quotes, photos, videos, audio that support dispute, expand it also expand the topic. And the very last thing is the tail, extra information. So interesting, it should be related items. It may include extra content in blogs, columns, other editorials, the assessment of the journalist. So this is what is the inverted pyramid. So now the online platform is also using the day old concept of inverted pyramid, which we read in our journal school journalism, when we were in the our when we were pursuing our journalism, or we were the journal students. So we know about what is inverted pyramid. Now inverted pyramid is being used at various social media platforms. When we talk about the inverted pyramid, especially the Twitter, is not about just broadcasting. It's about listening, sharing, communicating, and retweeting. So Twitter is at the top of the inverted pyramid metaphor as it pertains to social media. With just 140 characters to get your messages across, you have to be judicious with every one of them. In fact, you actually have fewer than 140 characters, because a key objective of every tweet is to get it retweeted. So suppose for an example, me too. So this is a very good example of a tweet which was very much popularized on social media. Everyone on Twitter was posting their stories using the hashtag me too, because they were sharing their stories which were occurred with them in their organization. So it were connecting the stories of one from another. And this is a very good example of using how you can use hashtag, and how the shortest tweet you can see ever on Twitter. The concept, there is some observation which I have observed while using some social media platforms, especially when we talk about Facebook. So when we talk about Facebook, when you see the symbol of Facebook, so you will see the very first, it is the, you can see the the first part of phase of F letter, first it will denote the first line, then the middle part of the F letter will denote second line, and the rest part will denote scrolling. It means if your very first line is not interesting, it is not that much attractive, then people would move to the scrolling, and it means that they will move to some another page, or they will move to some other post, or they will move to maybe they will close the at that time they will close the application. So if your post is attractive, if your post is interesting, then only people will read the second line. So your post should be that much interesting that people are forced to read the second line, or in fact the entire post also. So you should the very first line should be very much interesting, so then only people will be forced to read the entire post or the entire content. So this should be kept in mind. Then this is a very good example of how viral content goes. So this is the example of Times magazine, where the Times magazine has used the picture of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which is showing the face is very angry. It is showing that he is a kind of angry angry man, or the headline is India's divider in chief. It means that the headline is basically denoting that that Modi is a very is ruling the country by dividing its citizens. It means that he is playing the divide and rule kind of policy. But once you open the inside page, then it is written that Modi is India's best hope for economic reform. So this is how the content goes viral. The people who are Modi lovers will also read the content, and the people who are against against Modi government will also read the content, because everyone will be interested that what exactly is written about him, why Times magazine is writing such kind of content, why Times magazine is writing that India's divider in chief. So people will obviously read the entire content. They are forced to write the entire content because it is showing that something is written in a very strategic manner, which is showing that maybe Modi government is basically using the policy of divide and rule, or it could be something that is it means that when we read the entire content, then it is showing that Modi government is dividing the economy, and then it is bringing some kind of reform. So, what is the difference between while you are writing for Facebook and Twitter? So, when we are writing for the Facebook, the length does matter while we are writing for the social media applications or social media platforms. So, a length of Facebook post can be up to 60,000 characters, while when we write for Twitter, so a tweet should be 140 characters or less, so including a shortened URL also. So there is a huge difference of length while we are writing for Facebook and while we are writing for Twitter. Next difference is access to more information. So when we talk about Facebook, hyperlink to a web page, photo or video could be there. It also includes information available through other social media channels, a short code for text, a hashtag for Twitter. While when we write for Twitter, it includes a hyperlink to a website and a mention or a hashtag. Next difference is call to action. So when we talk about Facebook, it invite followers to do something such as watch a video, attend an event, or use CDC resources. While when we talk about Twitter, it call to action start the tweet with the verb, if possible use watch, read, learn, etc. Such kind of call to action words or action verbs are used. Next is when we talk about the tone, then in Facebook we basically write in a friendly manner or in a casual style. We also avoid certain kind of jargons. When we talk about the tone of Twitter, it writes in a friendly manner, but it is mainly action oriented style. Next is when we talk about the tagging and mention. So there is a difference between when we talk about Facebook and Twitter. Facebook uses tagging and Twitter uses mentions. So in Facebook we use the symbol @ symbol in front of a name. You are addressing to in your post to automatically create a link and display the post on the partners page. Whereas in Twitter, use the @ symbol in front name in your post to automatically create a link and display the post on the partner's profile. So these are the basic differences between Facebook and Twitter. So, in conclusion, we can say that when we write for the social media platform, we don't just share to share. We write to give some meaning. There is certain objective behind it. We are not just there is nothing such kind of objective that we are writing just to share. Also, we should choose one or two media and learn properly how to work with it. So suppose how to work with don't, how to work with hashtag. So these are the things which we should keep in mind. So, and also be human, avoid automatic replies and similar auto services for social media. And also remember, it is a two-way street. So once you stop talking at your audience and begin engaging with them, you will become much more valuable in their minds. So only liking and comments is not required, or sharing is not important, but also engagement. So when you try to engage your audience, when you try to engage your readers, then basically the popularity of your post or the popularity of your page increases. So we should try to bring more and more engagement at your page, or on your or at any of your post. So it truly is a double-edged sword. Use it carefully. It means the way you are writing, the way you will get the feedback. So it is a basically it is also a two-way process, two-way communication. So instant feedback, instant like and comment. So this is the age of basically social media platforms. So you will get instant replies also. So one of the online business strategists once said that if you are not using social media to communicate and connect, you might as well live in a cave or the grounded shell of a space shuttle. So I think this is somehow true in today's world. So we should use social media platforms to communicate with our friends, to with our relatives, also for the business purpose also. And we should when we are trying to grab the attention of others. So this is somehow true in today's sense. So thank you for watching this lecture. Next time we will meet with some new and exciting topic. Thank you very much.